Welcome back to the channel, guys. We're taking a look at Spider-Man Remastered, the Steam version running on my RTX 3060 Ryzen 5600X build. I've tested this game on Steam Deck and other PCs as well, and man, this game's really CPU hungry. It's definitely an interesting one. So we're at full screen, 1440p. I'm using DLSS on quality, and I am on the very high preset, which is the highest preset you can use for the graphics and the ray tracing, with all of the camera effects turned off, like motion blur, vignetting, and all of that. And we'll go ahead and get into the game. But the thing about this is, on all the systems I've tested on, this game is very CPU hungry. I've never had a game bottleneck my RTX 3060 with this CPU. As a matter of fact, on my Ryzen 3600 build with the RTX 2060, I never really had a game bottleneck on that either. It's very interesting, and on the Steam Deck it's the same thing. We rarely are able to push the GPU to 98-99%. It usually hovers between 80 and 95. So it's really interesting how much CPU this game wants if you're going to run it. So just be aware of that, and that's why I'm using these particular settings that kind of got me the best experience with Spider-Man, being on the very high, going ahead and just enjoying the highest graphics I could get here at 1440. A little bit of DLSS to help with the frame rate some, but if I go to balanced or higher, I bottleneck worse because I take more pressure off of the GPU, which we really don't need to do because we're already not always pushing it anyways, even with these graphics set the way that they are. But I think if you really wanted to get into it and customize your settings, you could leave the GPU heavy settings as high as you can and go in and start reducing some of the CPU heavy settings and maybe help push things a little bit more with a little less bottlenecking here. I'm just using the preset for ease here with DLS and RTX and all of that, but you could definitely go in and start customizing and playing and get those CPU heavy settings down, and you might help this a little bit. Just as a tip to kind of go in if you are having CPU bottlenecking but you're wanting to keep the graphics up, you're not wanting to take pressure off of the GPU, go in there and tinker with the CPU heavy settings, and that might help you out. So anyways though, Spider-Man Remastered running great here on the system, but I did want to talk about how CPU hungry this game is, and you need to look out for that if running it on your system. Alright guys, I got some more gameplay for you to check out if you want to see more performance for the game here on the system with these settings. Thanks a lot for coming to check out the video. As always, if you haven't already, subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell, leave me your comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
This doesn't look good.
Somebody just shoot him!
Man, Fisk has a lot of guys on his payroll.
Spider-Man, what's your status?
Almost done here. You?
We're about to go in.
Be there soon. Can't wait to see Willie's face when you slap the cuffs on him. Okay, Yuri, all done. What's happening? Yuri? Yuri! I knew Fisk wouldn't go quietly. Huh. I was gonna say the same to you.
You know what to do, men! Surround him! Everyone engage! You fools! Trained to fight, so fight! Too bad! I don't want excuses! What do I pay you for? No! Handle myself! Hit him! Where are the reinforcements? I don't...
So, should we kiss now? Yeah, maybe later. The Kingpin is heading to prison. End of an era. I feel like I should celebrate. Maybe take a vacation.